Good morning, Beethoven Bears. Good morning and happy Monday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and I hope you really enjoyed last week celebrating Spirit Week. Today is Monday, March 8th, and last week we celebrated Dr. Seuss and Read Across America Week. I'm so excited to share all the Beethoven Bears that celebrated. Let's take a look. Here we have Andrea from Miss Andrews' class. She celebrated every single day. What a super Beethoven Bear. Thank you, Andrea. Here we have Miss Readathon's class. They made unique cat in the hat faces and hats, and they're celebrating. Look at those whiskers. Here's another picture of Miss Readathon's class. Next we have Miss Ramos's class, and there's Miss Behar. They're showing off their favorite Dr. Seuss book. Here's more of Miss Ramos's class for Lorax Day. Look at those mustaches. And now we have Miss Riorta's class. They're sharing their favorite book. I am so happy that our Beethoven Bears pulled out their favorite books last week. Here's Miss Riorta's class celebrating Cat in the Hat and Crazy Hat Day. Here is Miss Riorta's class celebrating Lorax Day with their mustaches. Yay, room 10. Here's Miss Arthur's class. Thanks for celebrating, room 19. Here's Miss Gelman's class with Miss Lisa. They're celebrating Lorax Day and they have on those mustaches. Here we have Miss Andrews' class for Crazy Hat and Crazy Hair Day. And more of Miss Andrews' class for Lorax Day. They have on their mustaches. Thank you to all the classes for celebrating last week. I hope you had fun and we look forward to more Spirit Days. Now, today is Monday. Make your M. Today's Monday. Do you have on your bear wear? Make sure you wear your bear wear for Monday. Show off your school spirit. Don't forget in April, there's a classroom competition for bear wear. I want to show you again the dates that the parents will be selling bear wear. So if your families would like to buy you some bear wear, some new bear wear, some headbands, some shirts, some sweatshirts, they can come to the school. Let me zoom in. The next bear wear sales will be March 16th. And they'll be there from 12 to 3 p.m. I want to thank the parents that were there last week on March 2nd to sell bear wear. Thank you to Sandra and Catherine for selling bear wear and also conducting our Friends of Beethoven pledge, and any other parents that I missed that was there last week on the 2nd. So there's no sales this week because it's parent-teacher conference. But next Tuesday on the 16th, they'll be out front to sell bear wear. It is Monday, so it is our Mindful Monday, and we are going to be mindful. Now, for some time, we've been checking in with our feelings, and you were identifying how you felt. I hope that you do that every day. You check in with yourself, you honor how you're feeling. And so we're focusing now on when we're not feeling so great, what do we do or what can we do? So when you want to feel calm, focused, ready to learn, when you need to feel safe and better, we're going to focus on these 5 things this week. Let me zoom in. So the 5 things that we will focus on that you can do to feel calm and focused and ready: draw or color. Use a breathing board. You can draw a number 8 and just trace your fingers over the 8 while you breathe in and breathe out. You can do wave breathing. That's where you put your hands over your ears and you breathe in and breathe out. And it sounds somewhat like the ocean. You can read a book or treat yourself with kindness and breathe. So Beethoven Bears, this week when you want to feel calm and focused and maybe you're not feeling so great, I want you to try these 5 things. You can pick one or try them all. Color or doodle. Use a breathing board, and that's just make the number 8 and breathe in, out, in, out. Do wave breathing. Put your hands over your ears and breathe in and out and listen to it. It sounds like the waves of the ocean. 4 is read a book. Well, we've been doing a lot of that this month, right? Or last week, and this is the month of doing a lot of reading. And 5, just be kind to yourself and take a moment. Maybe you only want to breathe in and out just once to calm yourself down. So for our Mindful Monday, we're going to focus on those 5 things if we're not feeling so great. And each week we'll focus on 5 new things. So hopefully we will have a great toolbox full of ideas of what to do when we need to feel better. Our word of the year is resilience, the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, being adaptable and flexible. So, we focus on the 7 attributes of resilience, and guess what? We're done! Congratulations, Beethoven Bears! We focus on being confident, competent, having control, being a good contributor, using our coping skills, connecting with others, and good character. So we are done practicing those 7 attributes. Hopefully you will remember those as we continue to practice being resilient. But congratulations for practicing those for the last 7 weeks. We're going to move on to a new concept, and I've talked about it before, growth mindset. Let me zoom in. We want to have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. A growth mindset is when the intelligence and talent that you have develops and grows over time. Fixed mindset is when you feel like, well, I was born this way. I'm either smart or not smart, or I know this or I don't know it. That's fixed like a lock. Growth is like a plant that grows and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. With the growth mindset, we are free. We persevere in the face of failures. Our effort is required to build new skills. We are inspired by other people's success and perspectives. We embrace challenges. We accept criticism. We want to learn and we build our abilities. We don't want to be fixed. That's limiting. We're not free when we're fixed. We avoid challenges, we give up early, we're threatened by other people's success, we desire to look smart, maybe not really be challenged, but we want to look smart. Our effort is fruitless, so our effort doesn't really go anywhere. We ignore feedback, and we have fixed abilities. So that goes back to, well, I'm smart or I'm not, and you're fixed on that thought. So we don't want to have a fixed mindset. We want to have a growth mindset. And one of the greatest things about a growth mindset is you learn from everyone, no matter where anybody is, what culture they are, how old they are, if they're on your same level or not. Having a growth mindset means you're open to all ideas. And I love that about our classrooms at Beethoven. So we're going to focus this week on the power of yet. The power of yet. I can't do this yet. I'm not good at this yet. I don't understand this yet. It doesn't work yet. It doesn't make sense yet. So I took those statements and you add yet to it to show that you're not done. You are going to learn it. You are going to understand it. It is going to work. It's just not working out right now, but it will happen. So take a look at the little guy going up the stairs. First, you might feel like, I won't do it. You know, someone says, put those skates on and skate down the street. Nope, I won't do it. And then you're like, well, it's not that I won't, but I can't do it. Well, I want to skate. I want to put those skates on, but how do you do it? How do you skate? Okay, I'll try. I think I can do it. I will do it. And then guess what? You did it. So Growth mindset is like those stairs that you climb. You're unsure, then you try, and then you ask questions, and you keep going until you are good at something or you understand something. But you have to try, right? So for the week of March the 8th, our growth mindset statement, instead of saying, I am not good at this, we're going to say, I am not good at this yet, but I will learn. So let me zoom in so you can see the difference. See that brain? He's so sad on the instead of side, and then on the I can side, he's working that brain because your brain is a muscle. So we're going to change our mindset and we're going to change our words. So instead of saying, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at this yet, but I will learn. To help us with our new growth mindset phrase, we have Felix and Evie. Felix is a 4th grader in Miss Evans' class, and Evie is a 2nd grader in Mrs. Galvan's class. They are brother and sister, and they're going to share more about our growth mindset. Let's take a look.
The sentence of the week is, if you say you're not good at something, don't say that. Just say you're not good at it yet and you're still learning at whatever you're doing.
Mm-hmm. And Evie, what's an example when you put that into practice?
If you're not good at playing an instrument or doing a sport, then you could say that you're not good at doing that thing yet.
Were you?
I wasn't very good at rollerblading before, and I fell down a lot. And now I fall down a lot still, but not as much as before. So before I wasn't that good. I wasn't even really good.
And now you're learning, right?
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm learning, and yeah, I can go pretty fast without falling.
Thank you, Felix and Evie. I appreciate you sharing our new growth mindset phrase, and I love Felix's example. He had to learn. He had to get better. So we're going to focus on having our growth mindset in saying, I'm not good at it yet, but I'm going to learn. Now for our weekly announcements for March 8th through March 12th. It is Parent-Teacher Conference Week, so thank you so much to our teachers and our parents for coming together this week to discuss all of our Beethoven Bears progress and to also receive our second quarter report card. On Monday, March 8th, there's no teacher meeting so that teachers have time to meet with parents. Our Readathon starts on Monday. I'm so excited. This is Beethoven's first Readathon. Thank you to our friends at Beethoven for organizing the Readathon. Families, you will be getting something from the teachers regarding the Readathon and also a bookmark that the students can make. So we want to just keep on reading. We kicked it off last week, so now let's keep on reading. Let's log our reading in our Readathon portal. And maybe you'll get pledges from your family for your reading. At 3 p.m. on Monday, there is a daily pass and Schoology parent training. Parents, the flyer is on the Beethoven backpack if you'd like to attend. On Tuesday, March 9th at 6 p.m., the Girl Scouts in our area is having another parent meeting. And again, parents, the flyer is on the Beethoven backpack. On Wednesday, March 10th at 12 p.m., our Sharing Care Counselor, Nicole Imhoff, is having a parent support meeting. On Saturday, March 13th and 14th, we are so fortunate to have a former Beethoven Bear who is a Boy Scout. He is dedicating his Eagle Project to helping to spruce up our garden. So he will be at Beethoven with a few volunteers to help clean up our garden and get it ready. On Sunday, March 14th, it is daylight savings time. So remember to spring forward. You're going to move your clock 1 hour ahead. And it's also Pie Day. So if you want to celebrate Pie Day, definitely look that up. There's so many fun ways you can celebrate, including eating a pie, but just learning more about the number pi and what that means. So I'm excited to see if any Beethoven Bears do look up Pie Day. Now for our special announcements. As we know, we're celebrating 3 things this month. We have National Women's History Month, we have National Reading Month, and we have the Irish American Heritage Month. For National Women's History Month, I want to share some awesome women with you. Today is also the International Women's History Month. So let's take a closer look at these women while I tell you a little bit about them. The first woman you see is Sacagawea. She was an indigenous woman of the Shoshone tribe who showed Lewis and Clark around the Louisiana Purchase in 1803. She was only 16 years old. She was their interpreter, she was skilled in plants and food, and she was well respected. The next picture is Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton. Susan fought for the women's right to vote. In 1920, a law was passed that women can vote, but Susan actually died 14 years before that happened. She was the first woman to be on a U.S. coin. Elizabeth led the women's suffrage movement. She organized the first convention for women's rights. So without Susan and Elizabeth, we would not have Women's History Month. Harriet Tubman led many slaves to freedom through the Underground Railroad, but she was also a spy for the Union during the Civil War. She was only 5'2" and she was very tough. Amelia Earhart in 1935 became the first person to fly solo across the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean. Mala Yousafzai is a Pakistani activist for female education, and she is the youngest person to be the Nobel Peace Prize laureate. Cleopatra VII was the last ruler of Egypt. Egypt is in the north of Africa. Kalpana Chawla is the first Indian-born woman astronaut for NASA. Shirley Chisholm is the first African-American female elected to Congress. She was outspoken and brave. She was also the first African-American to run for president. Yuri Kochiyama is a lifelong activist. After Pearl Harbor, she and thousands of other Japanese Americans were forced into internment camps. After World War II, she and her husband dedicated their lives to advocacy for civil rights. Dolores Huerta is an American labor and civil rights leader. With Cesar Chavez, she co-founded the National Farm Workers Association, which later became the United Farm Workers. And Greta Thunberg, she's only a teenager, but she's a Swedish environmentalist. She speaks up against climate change. She speaks out against world leaders for failing to address the climate crisis. I hope you learned some great things about these powerful women and their impact on our country, and I hope that you will continue to learn more about these women and other women during the month of March to celebrate National Women's History Month. As I mentioned, we have our awesome first ever Readathon. Thank you so much to our parents, Catherine and Lauren, for putting this together. They did such an amazing job. They not only are spearheading our first Readathon, but they also were able to get free books for all of our Beethoven Bears. So Beethoven Bears, you're going to be getting some books from your teacher, and we have to thank Catherine and Lauren for gathering those books for us. This is the bookmark that I was telling you about. You'll be able to make your own bookmark. So parents, please look out for the Readathon flyer. It's also in the Beethoven backpack and on our website. Girl Scout meeting is March 9th at 6 p.m. This flyer is on our Beethoven backpack. So parents, if you'd like to know more about Girl Scouts and possibly about a troop that you can get involved in, you can join Erica Henderson, who will be heading this meeting on March 9th. Now it's time for our Red Apple honoree. Who is getting the red apple this morning? I wonder who. Let's find out. It's Miss Evans. Congratulations, Miss Evans. Miss Evans is our garden lead teacher. She is always looking out for our garden. She not only will be helping out this weekend for the Eagle Project, but she also is trying to get another grant process where we'll have help with our garden during the year along with Mark Twain. So we hope that it goes through, but I want to thank Miss Evan, she's always keeping track of our garden, making sure our plants are watered, and just always being a champion for Beethoven's Learning Garden. Now it's time for Students of the Week, my favorite part of the morning. Let's see which student did an awesome job last week and who was working really hard in class. Let's take a look. Here they are, our Students of the Week. Let's zoom in so we can see them up close. Mr. O'Donnell would like to recognize Nicholas and Vesper for continually showing confidence while coding. Miss Alanis would like to recognize Stella, Luca, and Arturo for their confidence in class discussions. They're always willing to volunteer and share their thoughts. Great job. Ms. Zula would like to recognize Lynette for showing confidence in herself when answering questions and seeking extra help when she needed it after school. We'd also like to recognize Jessica and Sophia for always going above and beyond the expected when doing their homework. Ms. Andrews would like to recognize Adela and Andrea for volunteering in class discussions. Mrs. Harada would like to recognize Camilla for she's beaming with confidence lately. She participates, she's focused, she completes her assignments, and she asks for help. Mrs. Niels would like to recognize Emilio for his confidence in coding and helping his classmates, and David for his expertise in Mars. Mrs. Ramos would like to recognize Emma and Olivia for their confidence in reading and math. Mrs. Riortayado would like to recognize Brianna and Leah. Both Brianna and Leah have gained more self-confidence since the beginning of the school year. They are more active in class conversations and volunteer more often. We are so proud of you and your progress. Ms. Gelman would like to recognize Allison, Kai, and Gia for showing growth in their reading skills. Ms. Rodolphin would like to recognize Caspian, Camilla, and Lincoln for being confident. They know 60 sight words. Ms. Carrencio would like to recognize Jeremiah and Kaya for their confidence in our math assessment last week. Great job. Congratulations again to all these Beethoven Bears. Great job being confident, for working hard, for learning and participating and doing your best. I'm very proud of you. Now it's time to celebrate our Beethoven Bears who have a birthday. Thank you again, parents, for your pledges to the Friends of Beethoven. We are going to honor your bears this morning. We have 2 birthday girls. We want to say happy early birthday to Emily. Her birthday is March 11th on Thursday. And we want to say happy early birthday to Daphne. Her birthday is on March 14th on Sunday. Happy birthday, girls. We also have staff that have birthdays. We have 3 staff members. Miss Erica's birthday is March 9th, and her birthday's on Tuesday. Mrs. Galvan's birthday is on March 12th. Her birthday's on Friday. And Miss Webster's birthday is on March 14th. That is Sunday. Guess what, Beethoven Bears? These 3 Beethoven staff members have something in common. Their kids either went to Beethoven or they go to Beethoven. So Miss Erica's son, Gavin, he's in 2nd grade. Miss Galvan's daughter, Emily, you just saw her. She's in 1st grade. And so their birthdays are back to back. And Miss Webster has 2 sons that are alumni of Beethoven. So happy birthday to our Beethoven staff. Are you ready to wrap up this morning? We are going to do our 4 B's, but I have a surprise for you. We have a student that's going to help us with our 4 B's. I am so proud of Serena. She's a 3rd grader in Mrs. Mills' class, and she sent me the video for doing the 4 B's. Now, I will say there's one sign language that we need to improve, and that's the R. So Serena has her thumb out. So you want to tuck that thumb in when you make the R. You just want to cross your 2 fingers, and that's your R. But otherwise, Serena did a great job, and I'm so pleased she sent me the video. So let's have Serena lead us with our 4 B's. Let's go.
Hi, Mrs. Fields. It's Serena Parr, and I'm wearing my Bear Wear shirt, and I wanted to say the 4 B's for the whole school. First B, be respectful. Second B, be responsible. Third B, be safe. Fourth B, be a buddy, not a bully. What are we? Winners! Bye!
Thank you, Serena. Great job. I hope you followed along with Serena and did your 4 B's. And now to wrap up the morning completely, remember, Beethoven Bears, to be resilient, and remember to say, I'm not good at this yet, but I will learn. When you come across something challenging and new, don't say I can't do it. Say I'm going to be able to learn how to do it. I'm learning. I just don't know it yet. Can you do that, bears? Can you do that? Let me hear you with my bear ears. Can you do that? Okay, great. Have a wonderful week, Beethoven Bears.